I love making something out of nothing. I'm not trained, but I am brave and determined. Of course, I could hire a professional, but DIY first. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be starting an episode or a makeover that I'm really excited about, and that is the front porch area and the front garden bed. So this area has been really neglected, especially over the past year. I did not really put a lot of energy into this area. In the past, I've done a few things and just kind of tested some things out, but I've never actually made over this space, and it shows. I think the first thing to do is to work on this garden bed. It is really neglected. It is grown over with weeds. Last year I was really busy and not really in a space mentally to put any time or energy into this flower bed, and it shows. And also, we had someone come and cut our yard a couple of times last summer, and there were weeds coming up, so they hit it with the weed eater to knock the weeds down, but obviously that helped the weeds to spread, and so the weeds have kind of taken over. It's not very aesthetically pleasing, and again, it doesn't really fit our personality. We only come out here to get in the car and leave, so I don't believe in unused spaces. I would like to be able to come out and enjoy this space more, and I think if it looks better and feels better, I want to be out here more. So let's get into it.
How long you think it's gonna take us? You know, we got a park we gotta go to.
Park?
Mm-hmm.
What time is the park? Close before it rains. Oh, we can go now.
Come on.
I have just a little bit of time to get a little work in, and I decided to continue working on this front flower bed. It looks much better, like 1,000 times better than it did the first time I came through. But now the nutgrass is sprouting, which is the bane of my existence. So now the goal is to go in. Since it rained yesterday, the soil is very pliable, so the goal is to go in and like try my best to eliminate as much nutgrass as I can. Then I can start the weed barrier and watering system that I have in mind. So that's the plan. So It's been several days, maybe a couple of weeks since my last update. As you can see, the nutgrass is back. This stuff is relentless. The last couple of times I tried to get it out, it came up pretty easily, but clearly there were more nuts under the ground, and it's back. It's been a couple of days since it rained, but I can see that the ground is kind of drying up, which would make it harder to get out. So what I'm going to do today is use the garden hose and wet the ground as I go. Just kind of wet an area, move the hose, dig that part up, then go to the next area and kind of work my way through that way. In addition to that, I'm going to be putting down cardboard as a weed barrier. I prefer to use the cardboard instead of the stuff you buy at the store because it will like deteriorate and go into the dirt. Eventually it will just become dirt. I swear, nutgrass is the bane of my existence. So hopefully this will work to kind of control it. If you guys have any suggestions about nutgrass and how to manage it, I'm open to suggestions. I did try some kind of spray that's supposed to be for nutgrass. I can't remember what it's called now, but I tried that a couple of years ago and it did kind of knock the nutgrass down a bit, but it was also killing my plants. So I don't want to use that. So I'm just trying to do it just the old-fashioned way, put some elbow grease into it and see what that does. So again, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with this flower bed and try to get this part of this project done. Saturday morning. I have a few hours to do some work before I go to an event that's scheduled today at 11. I'm going to a brunch with my friends. Y'all, this nutgrass is like the bane of my existence. It's back again. So I think this is the 4th time. So it's coming back up through the mulch and the cardboard. And I didn't want to do this, but I don't think I actually have a choice. So I'm going to use this nut sedge killer to see if I can just spot hit the places where they're coming back up. What I'm going to do is cut the tops off. I'm just going to cut like the leaf parts off at the ground level and then spray this on the part that's going down. I'm hoping that by cutting it, that will make the poison go down deeper and actually get the root, get the nut part of it so it can stop spreading. I'm almost out, so I don't know how much I'll be able to do today. I do know that this works on this particular strain because I sprayed one little spot and that piece is dead, and I think I sprayed a second spot and that piece didn't die. So I don't know if there's two different kinds going on here or if I didn't spray it good enough, but that's why I'm going to cut the tops off and spray this directly onto the cut pieces, so hopefully that'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and then I'll do the next thing I have planned. Okay, I'm going to attempt to install this Carpathian drip irrigation system. So it comes with all of these components, and it looks like basically like this is the main line. The big one is the main line, and I will strategically cut it into smaller pieces, and I think I'll attach these pieces to have 4 shoots to come out from the main line with the smaller line, and it will, I guess, attach to these spikes that will go by the plants. Maybe that's what it's looking like. So I'm just gonna try to take my time and try to get the system set up correctly. But they have a diagram here that kind of shows how it should be set up coming off the main line. So, and I also have a metal garden splitter. I did this because I do want to be able to attach just a regular garden hose to this same faucet. I'm hoping that that will work. Hopefully this system will work the way I have it in my head. Obviously, if it doesn't, I can always undo it. But let's go ahead and get this thing set up, or at least try to, and see how it goes. Okay, so they only have pictures here, and I'm having a hard time figuring out what I'm looking at. I don't know what this piece is that I'm supposed to start with. Is this? Okay, this goes on garden hose. Honestly, the connection on this garden hose does not seem very secure. Found my watermelon plant. Teeny tiny. That's not good. The pressure from the garden hose pushed this off of the hose. I don't know if this one may be defective. They gave me 2. Once it's on, I can't get it off, so I may have to cut it off. Anyway, I think I need to individually open each of the little spouts so the water can come through. So I'm gonna try this again, and if it pops off again, then I'm gonna cut this off and try the other one and see if that works. So the last thing I want to do is add some lighting flower beds. So I bought these stake path lights. They are solar lights. Got them on Amazon. So we'll see. I got the cool white color. I didn't actually realize that there were different color options. So they got cool white, warm, and color changing. Wait a minute. Why does it have batteries? I guess the batteries are charged by the sun. Anywho, let me figure out how to put these together and we'll test them out and see what kind of charge they get. I should have not took my table in. Oh well. Okay, let's figure this out. Oh, this, I put down some powder, some taro powder, because there are lots of ants in the flower bed. So just trying to kind of manage that a little bit. So I sprayed some taro dust down. So that's what the white stuff is. It's 5:30 in the morning and these lights are still lit. So I guess they actually work the way they're advertised to. I'm assuming they've been on all night and they're still going. So I think that's a win. The lights have a starburst effect, which is interesting. So that's nice too.